Now from a place that's seen its share of great moments through the years, a look at the Oakland Coliseum. It's the first game in the month of June between the New York Yankees and the Oakland A's. It's A's baseball coming up next. Frankie Montes, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, in a day and age where runs are scored at an alarming rate, this guy's been pretty rock solid. Last 3 starts, ERA under 2.00. Not an easy thing to do, and you'll know if he's on early. If he's good and on point in the first inning, that usually means he's going to be rock solid throughout the rest of the game.
Stepping in, DJ LeMahieu, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. And underway from Oakland as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball 1. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, they lost their last game. It was only by 1 run. They should be able, those are the tough ones, but they should be able to put this one behind them.
65 degrees our temperature here at first pitch. The 1-1 home. Sent on the ground out to second. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. At the plate, Aaron Judge. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew working this one. Behind the plate is Eric Summersgill.
You know what, Dan? I'm always baffled when Eric Summersgill's behind the dish because he has a tendency to favor one side of the plate.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field, into the concrete staircases, and gone. A solo home run there for Aaron Judge. Number 13 for him on the year as the Yankees will grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, how do you beat the shift? You hit it over the shift, of course. You can't play guys up in the sky, so he lifts this one up and out of here.
Giancarlo Stanton now. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play.
Giancarlo Stanton.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Popped him up. Semien shading to his right. 2 gone.
Batting fourth, catcher Gary Sanchez.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Gary Sanchez. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch of the at-bat. Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Some 2-out success to keep the top of the first alive.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Louis Voit.
Into the box now, Luke Voit, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 0-1. Just couldn't pull that one back in time. It's 0-2 now. Montes has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Liriano is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. The Yankees are off and running early thanks to the solo home run. James Paxton, the left-handed Canadian, gets the starting assignment here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy is one of the better pitchers in the league, and one stat that jumps out, take a look at that strikeout to walk ratio. That's about as good as it gets. And look for him to dominate in this one.
Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here has got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now. And this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
With that, let's look at the starting lineup for the hometown A's. Who stands out to you, Danny?
Well, Matty, I'm looking for signs of life from Stephen Piscotty. He's got only 6 hits in his last 10 games. That's not catastrophically bad, but they need a lot more from him. There have been a lot of 0 for games lately, and that's not doing anybody any good.
So digging in now, Chad Pinder. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. 2 out, nobody on. Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. For the current campaign, Pinder carries a hitting line just over the 280 plateau. Hop high in the air. Voit has room in foul territory, and that retires the side. Now at the plate, Torres, as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one.
25.
First pitch coming. Here it is. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. All right, guys, so here's how the Oakland A's are lining up on defense for this one. And let's take a look at the guy playing shortstop up the chute today, and that's Marcus Semien. This has been a work in progress. He's had to grind, take countless hours of ground balls and work on his accuracy. But don't get it twisted. He's made some big highlight reel plays, and if you miss middle, we all know the power he has.
And that's the second out. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Now the pitch. Tapped down the line, but it's foul, strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Missed with a slider. A high fastball is in there.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Now a fastball, but that's easy to lay off, and it's back to even at 2-2. swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here to left, his first home run of the season, and this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Lifted in the air out to center field. Liriano will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. The Yankees do get 1 on the score. Here's Chris Davis now. He was hitless in the shutout last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
And this is high, a ball and a strike.
This is an awesome matchup, especially at this moment in time. You got some guys that are fighting for some serious hardware, and I want to see how this shakes out.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-2. Popped him up. Voit in foul ground. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Now another 1-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down.
All right, here's how the Bronx Bombers are going to set up defensively today. Now let's focus on outfielder Brett Gardner. You need a center fielder, he can play there. You need a corner spot, he's got that covered too. He has baseball acumen, awareness, a savvy for the game. Even if the offense lags a little bit, defense is always on point.
Here's Kendrys Morales. Man, he's a guy really in need of something to click at the plate right now. It's been a rough go for him. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Struck him out.
Hate to be Captain Obvious here, but he looks great to begin this start. That's already 3 Ks for him in the first 5 hitters. It'd be awesome to see him keep up this pace.
So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. Comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Behind 0-2 now. Paxton peers in. Here it is on 0-2. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back to the Coliseum right after this. Back now at the Oakland Coliseum on a fine day for baseball in the East Bay. Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. And a whiff at a good slider that time. And that one just missed outside.
Okay, so now is where I think you pull the string. Throw the El Cambio up there. Hasn't seen it yet, and I think he's set up for it right here.
On a line, that's a base hit. So an inning-opening single kicks off their half of the third.
Leadoff single to start the third right now. And from an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at-bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense. Everything's looking good right now.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Pinder moving to his left. He's got it one away. Digging in for his second at-bat, Giancarlo Stanton. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. First delivery to him on the way. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for one out of the zone for strike one.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
He just ramps up and here's the fastball by him. 0-2. LeMahieu, a runner at first with one gone in the inning. Swing and he pops him up. Pinder trying to get there, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now. Now at the plate, Gary Sanchez. A base hit in his first trip. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Liner in there for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third, so they're loaded now with only one away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
Into the box, Luke Voigt fouled off. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Slider taken here. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. The 1-2. And he extends nicely, and this ball driven to right field and deep. It'll die on the warning track as the catch is made, and here comes the runner from third. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a 3-0 ball game.
That's a spot right there as a pitcher where you'll trade an out for a run anytime. Bases loaded, and only 1 run scores on the sacrifice fly.
He's set. Here it comes. Grounded back up the middle. Taken in by Simeon. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Yankees forced to settle for 1. Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did it get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Bouncer up the middle. And there's the first hit of the game for the A's.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Striding into the box, Nick Hundley. The head-to-head with James Paxton. He's 1 for 5. Here comes the first pitch. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. Piscotty gets his lead at first, nobody out. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. Digging in, Marcus Semien. And you can see great numbers over the past few games. Here's the first pitch to him. Swinging a high pop-up straight back, though it looks as though he'll have room back there. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. Here's Robbie Grossman, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Robbie Grossman.
He's set and the pitch. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1. Grounder down the line at third. This will get foul for strike 2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Popped up. Back behind second. LeMahieu has got it, and the side is retired. The A's strand 1. They trail in this one 3-0. So coming to the plate, Clint Frazier.
Leading off for the game, left fielder, Clint Frazier.
Next up for the A's, Marcus Semien, and their runners at the corners now.
Shortstop, Marcus Semien.
First offering on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
This is absolutely a huge spot right here. They have to find a way to get something out of this half inning. I don't care if it's 1 run or 2 runs. You have to find a way to at least give yourself a little shot of confidence that you can get back into this one.
Popped him up. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the second out. Here's Robbie Grossman. He got under one and popped out his last time up.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. A's strand a couple. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Blake Trinan gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. First pitch coming. Here it is. High in the air out to center field. Liriano moves over, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
So they do pick up the out here, but with 6 runs home against them already, it's not going to help out the team ERA by any stretch of the imagination. And that's not all that promising a number, as they find themselves just 1 spot off the bottom in the American League. He's ready. Here's the first offering. In the air, down the line in left. Grossman giving chase. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Second baseman, DJ.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit out towards second. On to first, and can you believe it? A 3-pitch in. Ready once again, Ramon Liriano. He'll start the inning. And
Center fielder, Ramon Liriano.
Settling in now, Brett Gardner, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. First pitch coming. Here it is. Right side. Oh, look at the sliding stop. He's up with it. The throw. Hats off to that one. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they. So that brings up the always intense Matt Chapman. He will.
Third baseman,
Outfielder Stephen Piscotty the next to hit. 2 base hits, both singles to this point.
right fielder, Stephen Piscotty.
Here's the first pitch to him. Popped him up. Voit in foul ground, and no one will get this one. Now the 0-1. A good knee-high changeup taken for a strike. Here it comes on 0-2. Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman. So he's still got his shutout working here in the 7th, and with that in mind, we check out the league leaders in shutouts. And as you see, he's right up there among league leaders in that department. From the belt, the pitch, and a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
One of the keys to pitching late in the game's first pitch strikes, and this guy's rolling along. So far, over 70% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Ready with the 0-1. Changeup in for a strike.
Not looking good after being down 0-2. I think at the very least you got to work this pitcher's count a little bit. Try and get back into a decent count where maybe you can come through.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Here's another 1-2. High in the air down the right field line. And foul. Chapman leads off first with 1 away. Cut fastball misses 2-2. Hit down the third baseline. He's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Ready for another chance. Marcus Semien. No hits to this point. He's ready. Here's the first offering. High in the air into shallow left center. Frazier has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1 left. Next for New York, DJ.
Leading off for the Yankees, second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
Here's Kendrys Morales. He was a ground out victim last time up.
Kendrys Morales.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
I don't know if this is great deception by the pitcher, great arm action, or just bad offensive approach. They got to find a way to get something in the zone. Somebody's got to be willing to take a pitch, maybe move something the other way to kind of calibrate what the strike zone's going to be.
Gardner is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9.
Third baseman, Chapman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Matt Chapman. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Down the third baseline. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Infielders are taught from the time they hold the glove that you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up, and he couldn't recover in time.
In now, Stephen Piscotty. Now a swing and a fly ball. Judge is on his horse, but this will wind up being a foul ball. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. One and one. And that's taken for strike 2, as now they're down to their final strike here this afternoon.
Yeah, right there, it's tough to be able to dive out over the plate. I know it's a pitch people think you can get to, but after you're pounded in twice, that ball looks like a foot outside.
Last strike now for Oakland. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Chapman, the runner at first with 2 gone. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch that tied him up in knots, and the ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
8-0 the final today. So the Bronx Bombers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. James Paxton earns win number 7 on the season. Frankie Montes struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.